Shot 2014 with Herman of Flashfog. How you doing, sir?
Hi, how are you? Nice to meet you.
Very nice to meet you.
Yeah.
You've told me a little bit about your product, and I'd just like to know, this is obviously a anti-burglary device,
Yes.
similar in some ways of an alarm, also similar in some ways of some other location deterrent applications, I guess. It's probably not, so I'm trying to think of how to describe it. So if you would, how long has the company been around?
The Arias Tech, which is the company who makes the product, has been around for 23 years.
23 years, based out of where?
Based out of Mississauga in Ontario, in Canada.
Okay.
That's the original location, and we've been there since the first day.
Since the opening?
Yeah, exactly. We were on the analytical business before, and then we went into the security, trying to help some friends that were broken in and they didn't know how to do it.
Right.
I am an electrical engineer by trade, with a lot of experience in high-end technology. So I used to put together some of my experience and make one machine, and here we are.
So now you basically, in essence, you helped formulate the concept from an engineering standpoint,
exactly,
and get the company started.
Exactly.
Outstanding. Well, from what I've seen so far, I'm impressed. I've seen similar area passive resistance type systems using different types of chemical agents, gas, that kind of thing.
Yeah.
Problematic in some jurisdictions, of course.
Yes.
Now, this system uses what? What is the core of how this system works?
The system uses thermal energy as the energy to make the fluid, which is a mixture of glycol and deionized water, into a fog cloud with a very small particles. The average particle is only 0.2 microns in size, so that's why it's so dense. And each particle in the air behaves like a little tiny mirror. So the light bounces on those mirrors and never reaches your eye.
Identical to a natural fog bank.
Exactly. Actually, it was invented by Mother Nature. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. The concept.
The concept is Mother Nature.
And actually, fog has been used from strategic and tactical applications by different groups and organizations for thousands of years.
Yeah.
So now this is using that same application inside your residence or your business in order to deprive a person who's not supposed to be there from being able to navigate and to do what they want to do.
Exactly.
I imagine you could probably also use this for some level of, well, I was going to say crowd control maybe in a commercial establishment, but maybe not such a good idea because it might cause a little too much havoc as far as trying to control that group. But in essence, so it's using natural deionized water and a glycol solution.
Exactly.
Hazardous to a person?
No, not at all. We can breathe. It's a food ingredient, actually.
Well, I know, but I'm just kind of clarifying that for anyone who may not be aware. So in essence, you also have an absolute minimal risk of a person alleging that they were in some way damaged by this product.
Oh yes.
Or by their health.
That's true. I mean, there is no risk. The air outside here on the street is more polluted than we have in here.
And especially in some other communities as well. Now, what's an example of how you would house the unit, the emitter that would produce the fog element?
Okay. You mean regarding the installation?
Yes.
Okay.
Just in general, it can be done in a residence.
Oh yeah, it can be done anywhere. It can be done anywhere. There is no limitation as far as the location. The only thing that we have to make sure is that it's never set up as a man trap. It has to be made as a security device in such way that the intruder will see the fog coming and he will take off right away because he doesn't want to wait.
Probably wonder what's going on.
Oh yeah, first thing comes to his mouth is toxic.
A psychological deterrent.
It's toxic, yeah.
Now I've noticed when I've seen some of the cloud come this way earlier on, I'm picking up a slight hint of a scent of almost like a baby powderish scent.
Yeah.
And frankly, from some of my previous experiences where I've encountered or I've been involved in training where certain gas substances are used.
Yeah.
My first reaction is, what is that? And to step away. Have you found that that's the case in application of this device?
No, not really. Not really. What happens here is because it's very limited space, it's very small, then you can sense things that you don't see in the big area.
So the subject sees that cloud coming towards them, and the typical reaction is they're not even going to be able to smell
No, he's not
it.
going to breathe. Not at all.
Well, why don't we go ahead and do a quick demonstration about just how.
Yes, please come in.
Okay. So here we have your booth, and we're kind of inside.
Yeah, we have the machine here.
Okay.
We are using a portable light right now for the strobe, just to make the demo, because this is too small. And if we use the light that we normally use, it will be extremely powerful for the person.
Right, exactly.
We want to make sure that we don't blind anyone. Okay? So what we use here is a remote control just to activate the unit. So I'm going to make a very short burst of
Now,
fog.
and this would also be under a proper application. There would be a motion sensing device or something like that.
This basically replaces the alarm.
Right.
Yeah,
Okay.
basically replaces the alarm. So what I'm going to do is make a short burst
Absolutely.
of fog so you have an idea. That's the visibility that will be there.
Absolutely reduced.
And this is all they can see for the next 45 minutes.
Oh,
So
that's even better with the strobe.
Yeah, so there's no way that you can operate under this environment.
Okay.
Under normal circumstances.
Very good. Well, Herman,
Okay.
thank you very much, sir.
Let me get out from here.